everybody, it's Dr. Sandman. I hope that all of you are doing well. Today we're going to do a little bit of a tour of my painting that I made for the art show that also won an award. I talked about my experience in the art show and winning the award and the process of making this painting in my last video, which I will link in the description in case you want to check that out, learn a little bit more about the process and everything. It's my first time having been in a show, being selected for a show, and it's really exciting. So here is the painting in detail. This is the full look. So let's go through all of the squares. This one is inspired by all the different songs that are very, I don't know, they're just very colorful to me. So a lot of grime songs, a lot of techno pop songs, songs of other genres as well, but yeah, it's very colorful. I want to get like some of the lighting on some of the pieces. There are lip prints on it. So this next one is inspired by a lot of goth music, a lot of punk music. Not a lot, but a couple grunge songs fall under this to me, and not all goth and not all punk music is this color palette to me, which is just black, white, and grayscale. And it says Rage Amour. So yeah, and I have like a little tombstone, and I have all these symbols, a little gargoyle, and then some chains. I sculpted this silver ring and the tombstone. Very cool. So this one is obviously inspired by steampunk music, not all steampunk music, and it's got a little clock for an eye and some gears, and then a little accordion mechanism, and there's a little actual like antique light bulb in there, and some cloth, like a little cravat, fucking an airship, little key with a cameo, and there's like a little pipe that I sculpted, and then there's some gears that form a clock, and then some tentacles, and it's also inspired by like punk cabaret music, if you're familiar with that genre. This one was the hardest to do, even though it's very simple in nature. So this one is inspired by a lot of glam horror metal, a lot of, you know, stuff from the 80s and 90s, like Rob Zombie, Metallica. Got some spooky eyes, a little castle, and the candle is a real candle that I had to burn on top of the skull, and that was a problem because I had to find a way to prop it up so it could burn for a longer time so that it could drip down. And that was the most difficult thing to arrange because I didn't want to set my apartment on fire. This one is inspired by a very specific group of songs. I don't know how to explain. They're not similar to each other. And I have some tiles here that I sculpted. I sculpted these two things and the little leaf that is in his eye. And yeah, and so one of the songs that I think exemplifies this color palette the most to me is the song Maybe by Half Alive. And yeah, then this skull is a lot of industrial music and a lot of music that I have no better way to describe than just to say that it sounds sick to me. So this is where one of the pills fell off, and then I made these little cigarettes. And this cigarette I sculpted, put some paint in it to make it look like it was actually burning. And I have a little pill bottle, and I have backwards writing that I felt like added to it. So a lot of Nine Inch Nails songs inspired this. Also the song Idle, I-D-L-E, by The Music. They conjure this color palette and all these textures and images to me. So that is the human tooth. This one is the only one inspired by one singular song. This one is inspired by Clair de Lune by Claude Debussy, and we have a little moon, we have a harp, some raindrops, and just some shapes. So Clair de Lune to me is every shade of blue, and it's only blue to me. There's no other color when I hear Clair de Lune. So yeah, I like that one. It's simple, but it's effective, I feel. This was inspired by a lot of Celtic music, traditional Celtic music, and a lot of pagan chants that I like to listen to. So I sculpted this nest, and I sculpted the little egg that's in there, and I sculpted these mushrooms, and I put glossy accents on it to make it look as if it was wet and had dew on it. And that's a little bit of a bottom view. And then I have wormwood and foxglove, which is my favorite flower. And then I have some Celtic knots and real moss attached to this skull. This one is inspired by, I think what the kids are calling it now is whimsy goth. We did not call it that when I was younger. I don't know what we called it, but a lot of Smashing Pumpkins, a lot of 90s like dreamy rock, alternative rock. So I have all these, so I have this velvet and all these charms and pieces of metal, and then I have these 3 tarot cards. I have the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, and the 6 of Wands. And then right in here I have Juniper Genevieve, which is the French word for juniper, and then I have some ashes in here, just incense ashes. And then, yeah, cool stuff. This one is a mix, so it's inspired by a lot of 60s psychedelia and also 70s disco. They conjure a lot of the same colors to me, so I just put them in one. And I put all these little mirrors on it, and I painted this bumblebee, and I got all these smiley faces and peace signs. I really love this motif that I painted, and I have a little lava lamp and roller skate that I painted. And this is where this is the one where I feel like the least confident with my skills of sculpting. I'm not happy about that. It doesn't matter. Anyway, this one is Girly Pop. I love her. She's inspired by a lot of like hyper feminine, really upbeat, high octave music. So one example is Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper, also Sailor Moon theme songs and everything. So yep, and I have like little rhinestones. She has eyelashes, fake eyelashes that I put on, and this heart gemstone-esque looking thing. Lots of glitter. Love her. This one is very specific, so it's inspired by a lot of 80s and 90s music that sounds like Rain in the Dark to me, but also neon lights. I don't know how to explain it. The first song that comes to mind is Tainted Love by Soft Cell. And then I have like this little almost CD-esque kind of thing. Neon lights, and I had the reflection of the neon lights down there, if you can tell. So, and then I ran out of time, so I really had to make these makeshift 3D glasses, and then I have like the little 90s cup for the beak. But yeah, it's inspired by a lot of synthesizer and stuff. Oh, and I just have like these different plants. I have pomegranate, juniper, and grapes. I don't know. And they're in bottle caps, so I don't know. It just felt right. And that's the painting. Here is my award that I won. I'm so happy about it. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna hang it up on my wall. Maybe I'll even make it into jewelry. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I would love to know if you guys have a favorite box or like a favorite skull, so comment below and let me know if you have a favorite. Just, you know, just like this one. I don't think I have a favorite. There are a few that I like more than the others, but I don't think I have one favorite. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll leave all my social media and links in the description below, and I will see you next time. Bye.